Okay, WordPress is highly customizable, which means that it has what it calls plugins. They change the functionality of WordPress, sometimes for the better, usually for the better, sometimes for the worse. Because WordPress is so popular, you can find a plugin either for free or for not very much money to do almost anything you want. By default it comes with two. One is an anti-spam thing, which is good, but it's now chargeable unless you're just personal use. So we've gone to the plugins menu, install plugins. I delete that one because I don't want to cheat on them, and a thing called Hello Dolly, which I've never known anyone use in living memory, I delete that as well. So it's a clean slate. Next is to select the Add New, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to install a plugin, and I'll go through the ones that we do. Search plugins. Contact Form 7 just puts a nice contact box in, and once it's installed you can see how fast it does to install. Activate it, and so that means we can do a contact form, which we'll do in another video. At the moment we're just adding plugins. Next one I'm going through in pretty much alphabetical order. Exclude pages from navigation, or exclude pages. What that does, literally does exactly what it says. Sometimes there's things that you don't want in the main menu bar and the pages. Typically it's things like a privacy page which you want, but you don't want to be in the main menu because it's something that just needs to be there. So exclude pages just gives a tick box on the pages thing on WordPress that says, do I want it there? And you tick if you don't. So that's easy. I'm quite an old-fashioned one on stats. I'm going to use Jetpack Lite, which is WordPress's own stats package. Needs a little bit of activation on it. That particular one is activated. Normally you'd have to go in and just log into your WordPress site, but because that particular domain's already on WordPress, it knows, and that will just give you, not this minute, but it'll give you extra stats. Let me just check. Sorry, plugins activated, but yeah, beg your pardon, I have to log in to connect to WordPress to log it in. So on the right hand side of that screen it just says connect to WordPress. That just gives you my login details for WordPress. I'm not going to show you those, so I'll pause the video for a second. Okay, I've authorized that with WordPress. If you haven't got a WordPress account, it gives you all the information you need to create one and then activate. I don't use their particular short links, I use a different one. We'll come on to that in a sec. So next plugin to add is a thing called Limit Login Attempts. You know, remember I said that WordPress is popular, therefore it gets people attacking it. Limit Login Attempts doesn't give people many chances to do that. So I'll show you all these different ones in another video. All we're doing on this one is showing you the quick install. Spam-free WordPress, that's what I use instead of Akismet. It works okay. You have to have an authorization key, so you click on the thing that says enter your free license key, and Firefox remembers that for me. So instead of all the sections saying this needs whatever, it's now activated. Very quick, very easy. If you remember I said about database backups and things, WordPress database backup, I think it's called that. No. Let me find the right one. Okay, got it. What happened there is they've changed the name from the one they show on the control panel of checking on to a different one. I'll give you the right one in the installation. I'm going to activate, we'll come back to settings in another video. It's just easier to activate as you go. You can bulk action, but I just find it easier. WordPress SEO is the next one. WordPress SEO by Yoast is the one I use. It seems there's other ones out there. Different people have their own favourites. This is the one I've homed in on recent installations. It seems to be the best supported, and you can either allow tracking or not. and that's not happy about something, so fair enough, not worried about that particularly. Huge SEO, I'm blocking access to robots. Yeah, that's because it's a demo site and I got rid of the tour. 2 more to go. You remember I said I didn't use the default WordPress shortener, I used WP Shorties. It gives me some quite nice information. And one final one that I use is yet another related post plugin. What that does, that'll give you links at the end of each post to similar posts. It's quite good at working out what's what, and it just gives people a chance to browse around your web. We've noticed I'm clicking all the signs that say I'd like to read more, because generally I don't really care. So that's the plugins installed. The next video we're going to come on to what you actually do with them, how you set them up properly.